What's up, guys? Welcome to the Layman Investor YouTube channel where we talk about all things financial literacy. And now we've kind of shifted gears a little bit and started talking about side hustles. I've been talking about ClickFunnels and how useful it is, the One Funnel Away Challenge, which is the best course, I think, to learn the ABC fundamentals on all things side hustles, on all things marketing and selling online. In fact, there's a link down below. You can click on it. It's an affiliate link. Best course I ever took on learning how to create money online. In fact, it helped me with my merch side hustle, which this is not my merch, but still, it'll help you in e-commerce, affiliate marketing, drop shipping. You want to sell your own coaching service, product, whatever. This course is the go-to course to learn for all beginners, newbies. If you have a product, don't have a product. Anyways, I can go on and on and on and on about this thing because I love it so much. Anyways, so speaking about side hustles and making money online, drop shipping, affiliate marketing, whatever it is that you want to do, one of the core fundamental skills that you will learn in the OFA challenge, which I want to kind of discuss more and more today, is the power of sharing your story. That is super duper important. Why is that important? Sharing your story allows you to create real connections with your customers. And if you do this through an automated email sequence where day by day, maybe over the course of 5 days, they're gonna hear and read your story, which is tied to the product that you're making, you're gonna be able to build much more stronger, longer lasting relationships with your customer base and create a customer base that become your true most loyal fans. And that's what we want. And then we want to give them something of value, whether it's our own products, affiliate products, coaching services, so on and so forth. But sharing your story is the utmost, one of the most important things that you can do to create that relationship. So today, I actually wanted to show you a firsthand tutorial on my actual email sequence that goes out to all new subscribers on my acting brand at The Real Rahul Rai. I share my story, which is then tied back to the merch that I'm selling or my career as an actor or whatever it is that I'm trying to actually provide them. You'll see how the stories and each chapter over the course of 5 days allows me to deepen my relationship with my fans, my followers, and my eventual customers. So follow me to my computer and let's get this show on the road. Welcome to my Word doc. This is actually where I write out all my email sequences or my origin story, so on and so forth, before I actually upload it to ClickFunnels or wherever it's going. So here you see this is basically my origin story across 5 chapters. My hero story, my background, whatever you want to call it. And over the course of 5 days, my new customers, subscribers, etc., followers are going to get each email each and every day. And each email is going to showcase some different part of my journey as an actor. And the OFA challenge, actually, this is where I'm getting it from. This is where I learned how to do it. They go into much more nuance about it. Also, another great resource to use, and I'll drop a link for it down below as well, is the book .com Secrets by Russell Brunson. He'll teach you all the little things to think about when writing your story, how to kind of create the story arc and whatnot. So there's a lot of storytelling when it comes to marketing and selling, which makes it a lot more fun to actually do. Of course, it's vulnerable to share your story, but it's a much more human-to-human experience, giving your customers a much more human experience because behind the product, behind the service that you're providing, behind the affiliate offer that you have, there is a human being, aka you. And if people get to know you and your origin story, they're more likely to buy because they're going to be able to connect to your challenges, to the things that you have had difficulties with and that you're going to be sharing with them. So the origin story becomes a really great bridge between you and your customer base and your followers, and it allows that relationship, especially if the story is well written and it's consistent and you're able to share it over and over again through all your other social media platforms, it helps build trust. because that's one of the biggest, most difficult things to establish behind a screen on the internet is trust. And one way to establish trust between you and a perfect stranger, and to them, you're a perfect stranger, one of the best ways to do that is to share and get vulnerable and share your story. Again, we're not doing this to manipulate people. We are doing this to create real relationships and real long time, long life customers. So here is my story. Each chapter goes into, like, I talk about my dad and how big of an influence my dad has been. And in chapter 1, I talk about how big of an influence my mom has been. In chapter 3, I talk about my actual first job as an actor and how scary it was and how challenging it was, and yet how fulfilling it was, and how it actually propelled me into the acting game. And then chapter 4 is when I actually moved to LA and how vulnerable that was and how scary that was, because that was the first time I ever moved away from home and actually lived away 3,000 miles away from everybody that I knew and loved, but all to chase my dreams as an actor. And then chapter 5 is the future, where I want to take my journey, where I want to take this newfound community that I'm able to create, and community that you will be able to create through the content that you create and through the offers that you make. There's this communal aspect that you're creating with your brand and with these products and with the content. And the last chapter can really be about where you want all of us to go. Where do I want to take my career and my people, my community, these people that have supported me from day one, where I want to take them. And to me, it's straight to the Oscars. Like, I'm very blunt about it. I'm very honest about it. That's where I'm doing. That's where I'm going. That's why I'm doing all of this, is to win an Oscar. All the side hustle, all the financial literacy, all of that content creation, all of this is all geared towards that one goal. And when you start getting honest and vulnerable in that way, people start to latch on, because they look up to it, they're inspired by it, and they also have their own version of it. And when they see somebody else create that, that's a very, very, very powerful thing. And that's the power of story, and why you want to be able to share your story and really think about it and really get vulnerable and really get deep and honest with yourself, so that you can get honest with your customer base. And that honesty is going to help you create long-term, long-life customers that want to see you win. All right, guys. So now you've seen how I constructed the story, what the elements that I put into the story on my Word doc. Now we're going to actually go and input it into ClickFunnels. So I'm on my ClickFunnels dashboard. If I want to get to the follow-up sequence and actually create the sequence, I'm going to go to follow-up funnels, as you see here. Click on follow-up funnels, and then you're going to get this little dashboard, this dashboard. Now, I've actually created 2 email sequences, one for my layman investor brand and one for the acting brand. So if you want to create a new one, let's say I'm going to click this new follow-up funnel. And this is, now you're going to name your funnel. We can name it whenever we want. And then you're going to attach it to whatever email list that you want to contact. So I want to contact maybe my layman investor subscriber, or rather, since this is acting based, let's do the Seinfeld list. Those are everybody that bought and subscribed to my email list for my acting brand. So now I'm going to create a follow-up funnel, right? And then in the next step, basically what I'm going to do, create a step name. Let's say this is day 1 origin story. And this is a lot easier to do through ClickFunnels if you have the Platinum subscription, which is $297 a month. I'll go ahead and drop a link down below. Again, that sounds like an expense, but once you start scaling your side hustle and start getting more and more contacts in your email list and whatnot, this actually is a much cheaper way to go than having the base level $97 a month plan plus MailChimp or ConvertKit or whatnot. These become much more expensive as you start to scale your email list. So spending $300 a month is actually much more of an asset and a savings in the long run once you start scaling. So, and it makes email sending so much easier. So I'm going to send from my SMTP, from name, it's my name. I'm going to get rid of any filters so that way I can just send to all my contacts. And then You just basically click, 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 click. So now the real part that I wanted to show you is we'll do origin story, chapter 1 of 1, or chapter 1 of 5, pre-header, yeah, my origin story. I mean, none of this really matters right now because this is just a sort of a tutorial. But basically what you can do is you can create templates. So I actually have my templates and I have my welcome sequence right here, right? So I can select this template and I can edit the email, and then all I do is, let's say this is chapter 1. I go to my Microsoft Word, right? I just copy all this and then paste it, right? And then I have my email, and then I can format it, whatnot, and do what I need to. And then once you have that all set, you're going to click next. Because you want this to go out in a sequence, maybe after people subscribe, you want to send it the day after. So maybe one day after. And you can set a send window as well, which is really cool. So you can pick a particular day that it's going to send. I don't really take advantage of this, but for anybody that's really rooted in data and whatnot, maybe they know what the best time to actually reach their audience is. That's 8 to noon, maybe, so that you can add a send. Oh, you can, yeah. So now you have the send window right here. Perfect. Maybe that's what you want. So now you can review for sending, and then you've got this origin story, chapter 1, that's going to be sent out to your email list one day after the start of the follow-up funnel. So that's a really great way. And then you'll just go in, you can add a new step for day 2, right? Chapter 2, then day 3, chapter 3, and so on and so on and so forth. And with each of these emails, like if you want, I didn't do this, but if you want, this is a smart idea, is you can link it back to your funnel. So as people start to get to know your story, they may be more inclined to buy from you because they become fans of yours. So now you create a button at the bottom of your email where you can have them link back to your affiliate offer, your coaching offer, your e-com product offer, whatever it is you want. And this is how you create an automated sequence of not only sharing your story, but even an automated sequence to actually make more sales. So there you guys have it. That's a really great beginner's level funnel sequence or follow-up funnel sequence that you can create to share your story. So now the question is, like, how do you actually get people to get into this sequence? And that's where your squeeze page offer comes into play. That's where that free offer that you start out with to collect the email addresses becomes really, really important. And that's something we can talk about in the next video, is the power of giving away a free guide, a free ebook, a free calendar. That's where the free offers come into play, to then get the email addresses so that you can put people into the follow-up sequence, so that you can share your story and get people to the funnel. That's one way of marketing and selling whatever it is that you are marketing and selling. So I hope this tutorial was really useful. It was really quick, I know, but it's very straightforward. And the OFA is going to help you learn all the nuances. The book .com Secrets by Russell Brunson will also help with the nuances of storytelling. If you guys want a video on storytelling, I can gladly make one. Just drop a comment down below. I will drop links to the OFA challenge. I will drop links to ClickFunnels, and I will drop links to all my templates for all my sales funnels so that you guys can use it. Just download it and then drag and drop. And you can see with more and more context where the free offers are going to come into play, and how that now, those email addresses, and how that leads to my follow-up sequence, which is what you just saw today. So thank you for tuning in. I hope this tutorial was super helpful. Subscribe down below, hit that little ringer so that you get notifications when I post new tutorials. Let me know in the comments what tutorials you want to see. You can always feel free to DM me on Instagram. You can text me funnel to the number down below if you want to talk more about the One Funnel Away challenge and just creating a side hustle in general. I am a student just like you, and all the great information that I'm getting, all the great courses that I'm taking, all the great books that I'm reading, I simply just want to pass back to you and pay it forward. And that's it. That's all I'm here to do. So with that being said, enjoy your week, and I'll see you next time.